Looks like there's a new couple in Hollywood. Aaron Pierre, Teyana. Aaron Pierre, that's Teyana.
Everything seemed quiet at first. Teyana hadn't posted anything in days. No selfies, no stories, not even a repost. For someone as active and vibrant as her, that kind of silence was loud. And it wasn't just fans who noticed, it was everyone. Her team, her friends, even the blogs were buzzing. What happened to Teyana? At first, it looked like just another social media break. Maybe she needed time off. Maybe the drama with Aaron Pierre had taken a toll on her. But then came the unfollow. Quiet. Direct. No drama, no explanation. She just unfollowed him. Photos of them together? Gone. And that's when the internet exploded. People knew something serious had happened. But no one could have imagined what was really going on. Teyana broke her silence in the most cryptic way. A black screen posted to her Instagram story with only 7 words. Never trust the one who says, "Trust me." That was all it took. Comments, tweets, YouTube reactions. Everyone was trying to guess what had gone down. But behind the scenes, something way darker was unraveling. Something that would send shockwaves not just through her fanbase, but through the entire industry. According to someone close to the situation, Teyana had received something that shook her to her core. A video. But not just any video. It was private. Personal. A clip showing her in a deeply vulnerable moment. And worst of all, it had allegedly been recorded without her knowledge or consent. The person who sent it to her? Aaron. With the video came a message. Not a plea, not an apology, but a threat. You better think twice before crossing me. That's what the message said. Cold, calculated, and completely terrifying. It was the kind of betrayal that doesn't just break trust, it shatters it. Friends say Teyana was devastated. She locked herself away, barely spoke. Her team tried to stay calm, but even they knew this wasn't just about a breakup anymore. This was bigger, much bigger. To understand how things got this bad, you have to go back a few weeks. Things between Teyana and Aaron hadn't been smooth. Ever since rumors started swirling that she might be reconnecting with her ex, Iman Shumpert, Aaron had been acting different. Distant, 1 minute. Overbearing the next. Jealous. Insecure. Constantly asking where she was, who she was with, why she was being so secretive. Teyana brushed it off at first. She thought maybe he just needed reassurance. But the questions kept coming. The tone started changing. It wasn't curiosity, it was control. He'd show up unannounced. Call nonstop. And worst of all, he started making comments about things he shouldn't have known. Conversations she hadn't shared with him. Things she only said in private. She started to feel watched. Paranoid even. But it didn't feel like paranoia. It felt real. She asked her assistant if any of her devices had been accessed. She even had her home security system checked. Still no answers. But now, after receiving that video, it all made sense. He'd been collecting things. Quietly. Secretly. And she had no idea. Multiple sources close to her confirmed that Aaron had access to her home security system during the early stages of their relationship. They said he had the passcode, that he knew when she was home and when she wasn't. One source even claimed he installed an app on her phone once, under the excuse of helping her fix a bug. It was now being investigated whether that app was actually some sort of spyware. What really terrified everyone was how calculated it all seemed. This wasn't some emotional outburst. It was methodical. Planned. Aaron allegedly had a collection of recordings, screen grabs of FaceTimes, audio from phone calls, and yes, even video clips taken from her own cameras. The moment Teyana found out, she confronted him. She demanded answers. He denied everything at first, said it must be a mix-up, that maybe someone else accessed the footage. But when she showed him the message, his message, he froze. Then, like clockwork, he broke down. Cried. Told her he was hurt. That she betrayed him. That he only did it because he felt she was slipping away. That's when she cut ties. Cold. Clear. She told her team to remove his access to everything. Security was changed. Her number was switched. And she blocked him on every single platform. But that's also when things escalated. Because that's when the video was sent. The message attached wasn't just a threat, it was an attempt at blackmail. "Stop disrespecting me, or this gets out." That's what it said. He claimed he'd leak it, that he'd send it to blogs. Even worse, that he'd forward it to Iman.
It was sick,
twisted, and dangerous. Teyana's legal team immediately stepped in. Lawyers were called. Her publicist started preparing statements. But more importantly, her legal team began documenting everything, every message, every file, every timestamp. They weren't just building a case, they were preparing for war. One attorney close to the matter explained that if proven, this wasn't just an invasion of privacy, it was criminal. Secretly recording someone, especially in intimate moments, without consent? That's illegal. Using that footage to manipulate or blackmail them, that's a whole new level. If the video crossed state lines or was stored digitally in a cloud accessed across states, this could easily become a federal case. Social media began catching whispers. Fans started noticing patterns. Unusual tweets, missing posts. Some blogs claimed they had exclusive tea, but were holding back for legal reasons. Then someone leaked a screenshot, allegedly of Aaron texting a mutual friend, saying, "She thinks she's better than me. She made me look weak. I'm not going down alone." That's when everything exploded. The hashtags trended fast. Hashtag Justice for Teyana. Hashtag Aaron Exposed. Hashtag Protect Black Women. Celebrities who once followed Aaron quietly unfollowed him. One even tweeted, "Too many men think love means control." It doesn't. It didn't name him, but everyone knew. Despite the chaos, Teyana stayed mostly quiet. No interviews, no posts. Just one story of her daughter dancing in the kitchen. The caption? "My reason for everything." That was it. No drama, no rant. Just a reminder of what she was really fighting for. But the internet didn't let up. Digging began. Fans uncovered old interviews where Aaron spoke about needing to know what people are really thinking. A little eerie in hindsight. Reddit threads exploded with stories from women claiming they'd dated Aaron before and had similar experiences. One even said he followed her for months after she broke up with him. Another claimed he threatened to leak private messages. Suddenly, it didn't feel like an isolated incident. It felt like a pattern, a dangerous one. Teyana's legal team allegedly began reaching out to these women, quietly,
carefully,
building not just a defense, but a wider picture. If Aaron had done this before, it could show intent. It could mean jail time. Then came the biggest twist of all. A source revealed that federal investigators might be getting involved.
Why?
Because of the digital nature of the evidence. Emails, texts, videos, all potentially falling under federal cybercrime laws. If they could prove blackmail and interstate activity, this wasn't just a scandal. It was a felony. Meanwhile, Aaron had gone completely silent.
No tweets.
No stories. No cryptic captions or shady likes. Just digital death. Until, bam, out of nowhere, he went live on Instagram. No warning, no build-up. Just him and the raw mess he'd become. Hair unkempt, eyes puffy, voice shaking between rage and regret. It wasn't the Aaron fans were used to. It was someone unraveling in real time. He started talking fast, rambling, defensive. "It's all a lie," he insisted. Teyana manipulated everything. That video. "It's not what it looks like." His voice cracked, and he kept repeating one thing like it would save him. "I loved her. I still love her." But the internet is unforgiving. And the comments? Absolutely savage. People weren't buying it. The hashtags flipped on him within minutes.
Some called it gaslighting.
Others said it was damage control gone wrong. Either way, that live didn't clean up the mess. It exposed how deep it ran. After that meltdown, he vanished again. No red carpets. No press. No brand deals. Even his fan pages went quiet. Aaron, the golden boy, had become a ghost. Teyana, on the other hand, made no public statements. But her posts? Calculated, calm, and full of silent power. A lyric about healing. a quote about survival. Nothing direct, yet everything resonated. Her fans stood behind her like an army. Unshakable. Loud. Loyal. But one question refuses to die. What else does Aaron have? And will he use it? That mysterious video hasn't surfaced. Yet. Authorities are reportedly watching everything. His emails. His backups. His DMs. Legal teams are circling him like sharks. And that's what makes this story chilling. It began with love. With trust. Two people sharing secrets. And now, it's a battlefield of betrayal, manipulation, and emotional warfare. What happens next could change everything, not just for Teyana, but for every woman who's had her vulnerability turned against her. Because this story, it's far from over. It's the calm before the next storm.